multiple properties, Hollywood films, business ventures, and a WWE star. This 6'7", 300-pound beast of a man, Hulk Hogan, his bandana and handlebar mustache have taken down opponent after opponent after opponent, and not just in the ring, but in the business world as well. From restaurants to real estate to endorsements, his image is everywhere. And we all know he's rich, but I guarantee Hulk Hogan is way richer than you think. And if I'm right, why don't you drop a like and subscribe? The WWE only paid Hulk Hogan $2.5 million a year during his peak. Now this is obviously $2.5 million more than I have, but only a small fraction compared to the rest of his sources of income, especially in real estate. Now for all y'all boys that are not interested in real estate, listen up. 12-time world champion Hulk Hogan himself made a big chunk of his money from owning properties in Florida. 1992, he bought a waterfront property for $2 million, which he demolished and rebuilt into a beautiful property in 1996. We're talking 5 bedrooms, gym, tanning bar, wet bar, hot tub, guest house, swimming pool with waterfalls, and 2 docks along the intercoastal waterway. Now, he was a little ambitious trying to relist the property for $26 million, but due to divorce and needing the money right away, he ended up selling it earlier for only $6.2 million. But that's still a $4 million profit. After that, he got 2 more mansions in Florida, one of them which ended up being his house. 2012, he bought his home for $3.3 million, which has water views, 5 bedrooms, complete elevator, fireplace, 2 spas, high ceiling, fully equipped gym, movie theater, and a resort-style pool. He also bought a neighbor's house down the street for $1.6 million in 2016. Both of these properties now have a combined net worth of $11.5 million, and this ain't liquid cash, but the equity he held from this is far more valuable, but not as valuable as his image. Now remember, if y'all ever get a big image, make sure you use it right. This man took full advantage of his image in Hollywood. Rocky III played Thunderlips, who was portrayed as an ultimate male pro wrestler. No holds barred. He played Rip Thomas, fictional WWF champion who battles an evil TV's executive handpicked fighter, Zeus. Thunder in Paradise. He played Randolph J. Hurricane, who is an ex-Navy SEAL that used his speedboat to fight crime and go on adventures in Florida, of course. Mr. Nanny. He played Sean Armstrong, who was a retired wrestler hired to protect 2 mischievous kids from kidnappers. Hogan Knows Best, his own reality TV show about his own family drama. This showed the reality of balancing a family and a celebrity lifestyle.
No, just me and Adam.
You and Adam. How old's Adam?
Just turned 22.
22? And she just turned 16?
It's not like he's 35.
Not as long as my name's Hulk Hogan. No, she's not going out with him. He's 22 years old.
Terry,
Think about it.
but you know him. He's a smart
And about 20 other movies, TV shows, cameos, and more. But Hollywood wasn't the only people that wanted him. After he took over the wrestling industry, it felt like he collabed with just about every company. I'm talking about Right Guard deodorant,
Right Guard sports stick. Anything less would be uncivilized.
Honey Nut Cheerios,
And still champion.
MTV,
MTV's got a brand new show, The Big Show.
Pasta Mania,
Who's the greatest wrestler in the world?
Hulk Hogan Ultimate Grill,
Hulk Hogan's Ultimate Grip.
WCW merchandise,
Be like the Hulkster with your own authentic tearaway t-shirt.
Toys in Action,
Hulk Hogan.
and of course, dozens of video games. Now, if you're building anything with a public image like a channel, page, or business, listen up. Creating extra sources of revenue is something you must take advantage of. Hulk Hogan opened Hulk Hogan's Pro Wrestling Shop, where he sells predominantly online with quick shipping and 3-day returns, and an in-person shop down in Florida. He has t-shirts and apparel, a wrestling belt, signed items, media, toys, and accessories, marketing on all social medias. The revenue it makes is not publicly revealed, but the fact he's been in business for over a decade means he's got to be doing something right. He also opened up a restaurant down in Florida called Hogan's Hangout. This started off as Hogan's Beach Shop, but he later branched out and it's been working. It has a 4.2 star rating on Google Reviews with 2,000 plus reviews. The restaurant gained an average of $8.7 million a year in revenue. Also, have you ever heard of Real American Beer? Yeah, neither have I. But he co-founded this company alongside Chad Bronstein and Terry Grancis. They sell predominantly light alcoholic beverages, and they sell to Walmarts, Albertsons, and Safeways in 20 plus states across the country. Again, the revenue is not publicly listed, but the fact that they've scaled the business to this scale means they're probably doing okay. But his path to achieving all this wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. Just like you on your financial journey, he had to go through setback after setback after setback. Even after reaching fame, arguably his biggest financial setback happened to him in 2009. After being married for 23 years, Linda filed a divorce for irreconcilable differences. These were stemming from infidelity rumors and strain from family stress. She ended up taking 70% of liquid assets, 40% in all of Hogan's businesses I listed earlier, and she took over multiple real estate properties. In a later interview, he claimed it nearly wiped him out financially. He also dealt with a bunch of legal battles later on, including one in the last year. Carmel Holdco filed a lawsuit on Hogan's Real American Beer Company. He claimed they're abusing trade secrets for their own company and over business rights. This debate is still ongoing as Carmel tries to seek $10 million in damages. Depending on how old some of y'all are, you might remember when Hogan himself sued Gawker Media for posting a sex tape without consent. This ended up bankrupting Gawker and significantly boosted Hogan's finances and public image. While he's taken significant advantage of his image for endorsements and businesses, they weren't all successful. Hogan's energy drink was founded in 2000 and lasted about 9 years. He tried to market using bright colors to match his extreme energy in the ring. They were sold online, his events, and at limited retailers. However, these didn't last very long since he started falling off from mainstream after the years. He also had limited distribution. Hulkster Burgers was founded in 2011 and closed in 2013. These were frozen beef patties sold in retail stores all over the country. As you can probably guess, it fell off due to his image dying, and the fierce competition in their industry was real. And just like you who's out here eating Chipotle every day, shopping on TikTok Shop, and getting useless subscriptions, he had very poor spending habits. He spent heavily on travel, clothing, jewelry, entertainment, and supporting friends and family, even when he wasn't in a financial position to do so. Not to mention his extravagant card collection. We're talking about sports cars, high-end cars, and custom motorcycles. I mean, just look at this.
Is as unstoppable as the man behind the wheel.
With all this said, his net worth more than likely ended at about $25 million by July 2025, which could have nearly been $50 million without being in a divorce. But no matter what an ex-wife, hater, or critic has to say about this man, he was a hero from youth all the way to his elderly years. Even on July 24th, 2025, when he passed away in his own home to cardiac arrest, surrounded by close friends and family. He lived a life of character, unlike Clash Royale in this video.